Hi again. Today's recording, I want to talk about something that happened last night. Something amazing. I got to hear your voice for the first time in 3 years. And it felt like nothing was different. Like I talked to you yesterday, like I was going to be talking to you today, like I could expect to be talking to you tomorrow. I had such nerves and butterflies before this phone call. I was pacing the entire time, and normally I pace because that's what I do when I'm on a phone call. But this time I was also pacing because I kept fumbling and thinking that I was going to trip over myself or say the wrong thing or not say the right thing or I don't know. I wanted to say so much more than I did, and I wanted to know so much more than I was told. But I had 2 hours of non-stop smiling and laughing, and my cheeks still hurt. I haven't. This swear sounds horrible. I'm in a relationship. I've been in a relationship with this guy longer than I was in a relationship with the last guy, funnily enough. And yet, I haven't smiled this much in 3 years. How is it that one person can make you feel everything that you've been missing? Oh, I loved it. I loved every minute of it, even the awkward silences and the interrogations and the past revealings and the remembering and commiserating and every minute of it. I loved it all. But why now? I waited for you for what felt like so fucking long. I waited and I waited and I waited. And I finally decided to let myself move on and not hide and be scared that if I post something about my relationship, you're gonna see and you're gonna go running into a relationship, and that would just fucking. Just why now? And why does my brain and heart have to be so prominent? And why is it that I'm pacing in my bathroom surrounded by ducks? Because of course I'm gonna be thinking of you. I don't know if I'm gonna edit a lot of this out or not. I don't even. And that's another thing. I was hoping that throughout our talk you'd reveal something to indicate whether or not you still read my blog, but you didn't. So at this point, I'm just gonna say fuck it and think that you don't. And you want to do all those honest, open questions. Well, you've come to the right place if you do still listen, because I'm pretty sure I just revealed a fuck ton that I did not last night. And I'm so conflicted, you have no idea. I'm in a relationship with a great guy who makes me feel loved and cherished and who I know would go above and beyond for me. And yet I'm in a relationship where I still smash my head off a wall and constantly want to roll my eyes and feel something lacking that I never admit. And I live with the guy. I've met his parents and he's met some of mine. Planning a life with a guy, and all it takes is a fucking message. And of course I'm completely overthinking this, because a conversation does not mean anything in any way, shape, or form. Provinces away, even if you will temporarily be closer. Oh, and don't even get me started on when you called me Grabs. Oh, I read it in the message and I had to delete 2 responses to you because I kept fumbling over myself, and I thought reading it was bad. No, hearing you call me that name after so long. Chills. I got fucking chills. I'm pretty sure my heart might have like stopped pumping for a minute. Like loss of breath. And I think of all this, and then I think of the logical point of view and how people tend to embellish past relationships and over highlight the good and get rid of the bad. So I don't know if I'm doing that now. Am I making our relationship out to be more than what it actually was? Or are you right in that we are both self-sabotaging what was actually a phenomenal relationship? And how do I discover which it is? Will I ever discover which it is? You're conflicted over your wicked eyebrows and needing to know what they stand for so you can embody them. Well, I'm conflicted over this because my heart has been in a knot for the past 3 years. And at some point I'd like to be able to function without... I'd like to be able to function. I'd like to be able to want to be able to sleep at night without my brain going in circles figuring out what I did wrong and why people keep running or not running, or I'm wanting to run. This morning I got an email from my placement manager. Previously I had been asked to come in and interview, and upon further reflection, my school schedule just interferes too much. So at this time, I'm not getting the position. She did tell me to reach out whenever my availability changes and see if they have another opening. But I didn't get the job. And I'm not overly sad about not getting the job. I'm more sad about it meaning I have to stay at my current one. But when I wanted support, or not even support, when I wanted to tell someone that I didn't get the job, it wasn't the guy sitting in the living room that I wanted to tell. Like, I wanted to tell him, but he wasn't the first person I wanted to tell. And if I'm being very honest with myself, he hasn't been the first person I've wanted to tell ever. I don't know. I'm actually very surprised, if you do read my blog, that you wouldn't have brought it up in some way with some of the things that I've been posting as of lately. It's been an emotional roller coaster having you back in my life, and you asked if it would cause issues. It may cause issues, but only because I still care very, very deeply about you. And my head's conflicted as to what that means in respect to you. Thanks for listening, and stay tuned for my further chaotic ramblings, which will probably end up being the title of this video now. So thanks.